Hi, boo boo. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Nisa, and here we talk about spirituality, law of assumption, manifestation, tarot, and all things esoteric because I eat them like my breakfast. Okay. And if you eat that like your breakfast too, then hey, hit that subscribe button. Okay, I would love to have you in my family. But for today, we are going to be doing a quick manifestation reminder about the power of your subconscious mind. Okay, so let's do a really quick recap. What is your conscious mind? Your conscious mind is literally the one that does the choosing, okay? The one that is aware and conscious, the one that is in control. So it's like me right now, I'm using my conscious mind to talk to you, to control, to decide what I want to do, what I don't want to do, and all that kind of stuff. I'm the one in control. I call the shots, okay? And your subconscious mind is literally like the one who just follows the order, okay? It just does whatever your conscious mind says, okay? It has no ability to argue with you. It just accepts anything, whether good or bad. That is why you need to know why and what your subconscious mind accepts. Because if you dominantly or habitually think or imagine things that are not in your favor, then that will be manifested through your subconscious mind, okay? And it'll be expressed out into the 3D reality, so the physical reality. So you really want to pay attention to what you are always, thinking about, what you're always giving so much meaning to, and always reverting back to, because whatever you think constantly, okay, number one shows where your awareness is at, and it also shows like sorry, there's like a freaking mosquito. It was so annoying. It shows where your awareness is at, and it also shows you where your self concept is at, because your thoughts are manifestation of who you think you are and who you believe you are. Okay, so one way of finding out who you actually think or believe you are, okay, if you're changing your self concept, and for those of you who don't know what self concept is, just literally your identity, okay, you may consciously know of your identity or you may unconsciously not know, okay, so that's why it's really important to know. In order to change something, awareness comes first, okay, so yeah, again, where did I left off? Because I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something and I was like going on and I forgot. Okay, but anyways, yeah, so your conscious mind is like the captain of the ship, the director of the movie. Your subconscious mind is literally the one that follows the instructions. The people who work at the engine room, at the boiler room of a ship. Okay, they do not argue with the captain, they do not fight with the boss, they just follow orders, whether good or bad. That's why you really wanna be very conscious, okay? Very conscious, very aware of what you're accepting and where your mind is going throughout the day. So you will actually be able to redirect your mind to what you actually want instead of what you don't want. So, for example, if you keep having your mind, let's say, in my case, I'll give you an example. For example, I want to grow my YouTube channel, and if my mind is always going to, why am I not growing? Why is it so slow? And I keep thinking that over and over again, it becomes a habitual thinking. And then it also shows where my self concept is at. It shows that I think, oh, maybe I'm not enough, or maybe I don't trust myself, right? So the reason you want to know where your self concept is at, so that you can actually get to the root of it, because your self concept will literally be manifesting your thoughts. So your thoughts are a manifestation of your self concept. So you want to understand and get to the root, all right? So if you don't feel enough, then you should remind yourself, like in my case, that what are you good at? Like how you have helped people in some kind of way, and you want to keep going back to that and remind yourself over and over again, because oh my god, is my face blurry again? ignore me. This camera is a bit out of focus. I'll try to fix it. But like, you want to remind yourself over and over again, okay, of what you want to think and who you want to be. Because once you get to the root cause, let's say you're not enough, and you change that and change your self concept and raise your self worth, you actually start thinking that you are enough. The manifestation of the thoughts will be different. So your thoughts would not be someone of, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not special, whatever. It'll be like, oh yeah, I'm enough. I should post. I'm allowed to take up space. That kind of stuff. So if you keep thinking like habitually if it's often like a pattern, then it says that, there's something that needs to be addressed within your self-concept. And it also means that you need to change your thoughts. Okay, you need to rewire and reprogram. Okay, repetition literally changes the brain cells, okay, of your mind. Okay, so more repetition, it creates neural pathways. Okay, and and according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, if you don't give attention to your negative thoughts, like for example, you don't keep feeding that neural pathway that you don't want, like the negative thoughts, it will start to like prune or like disconnect, okay? And then you want to strengthen the neural pathway that you want, all right? And when you strengthen that neural pathway, it becomes impressed in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind accepts things through repetition. It accepts things through habitual thinking. So that's why we like, for example, techno, popular music that I like too, because the beats are always like the same, and it's always like you can predict, because it's predictable, it feels safe. Okay, so the reason why you also want to make it repeatable is because when you feel safe, it's safe for your subconscious mind to accept. It becomes neutral, and then it becomes something that's normal to you. You signal that you have this thing in your life instead of like having a lack. When you have lack, then you're signaling to your subconscious mind that you don't have what you want, and then you're embodying the identity of the person who does not have what they want. You know what I'm saying? So in manifestation, the reason why you are doing this technique of flipping your thoughts or like being conscious of your thoughts is because you don't want to be in the identity of the person who doesn't have what they want. So to manifest something, you must believe that you are already the person who has what they want. And you can cut off all the techniques if you can solely just firmly believe in it once. If you can believe in it once, you don't have to keep doing the techniques, right? You don't need to reprogram your mind. The reprogramming happens because you either had like old repetitive thoughts that were really like, ingrained to you, like through trauma or whatever. And then you have to like really teach yourself a new way of thinking and show to your brain that it's safe. That's why you want to make it safe by making the thoughts something normal, something repeatable, okay? Something that feels safe to you. And that's by repetition. Because the more you do something, the more you show that it's safe, the more you show that it's familiar. So your subconscious mind, your ego would chill and be like, all right, okay, we'll accept this. That's the point. So like for example, someone cycling or learning to cycle, it's going to be unsafe at the start. I remember roller skating and I fell all the time, but the more that I did it, the more I got better at it. And the first time that I fell, I was so afraid. But when you have all your paddings on, it doesn't hurt, okay? You can fall as much as you want. Okay, it will hurt your butt if you fall on your butt. But if you have padding on, it doesn't hurt at all. Like literally, like you can fall as much as you want. So my first time trying to learn how to roller skate, I was scared to fall. I was literally scared. I was trembling. But then I fell because obviously you have to fall to learn, right? You have to make mistakes to learn, okay? But it didn't hurt, okay? And then when I continued doing that, I got a hang of it and I can roller skate now. So yeah. I literally thought I couldn't roller skate, but I could. So you can do anything. It's just about what you believe, okay? And a belief is just a thought in your mind that you accept as true. And you have to ask yourself then why you accept such belief. So if you accept something negative, you have to ask yourself, why are you accepting a negative thought? Was it because you've had experiences that proved that and then you want to like teach yourself a new way of thinking. If you had experiences where you feel abandoned, you want to start reparenting yourself and show yourself that it's safe to be loved. It is safe to think that you are loved. It's safe to allow love in. It's safe to be there for yourself, or it's safe to take care of yourself and know that other people will respect you, that you are not like going out of your way doing everything to try to keep people in your life, right? So yeah, that's really important. So the thing here is, when you're trying to manifest, okay, and you don't try to manifest, when you're manifesting all the time. Yeah, so forget about the word trying. You're manifesting all the time. So when you're manifesting, you want to be very aware. That's why meditation, journaling, and making sure you don't go unconscious, and that you're very conscious when you go unconscious. So have like a little notebook and write down stuff like, oh, these were my thoughts today, okay? Sometimes you will be in that thought loop and then you forget you were in that thought loop. It's just like, I was gonna give you like this example, but I don't know if it's a good one. But you know how when people take drugs, right? They'll be like, they just get hit. Okay, maybe like alcohol. Like when people drink alcohol, you don't know when you are gonna like get hit by the alcohol. You just get hit by the alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the negative thought loops that you can get caught in. You don't even know that you're in it till you're like spiraling down. So you want to be conscious before you get into there, right? Because you don't want to give it more attention. Okay, you do not want to feed that pattern anymore, because you are the new version of you. Okay, so the takeaway of this video is that an exercise that you would do is, I would suggest you to be paying attention to your thoughts and meditating, okay, to see what is in your subconscious mind, okay? Because your subconscious mind is the thing that is manifesting whatever you see in your 3D reality. Your conscious mind is the one that's in control to feed your subconscious mind more of the thoughts. But it can be a bad habit loop, because when you see, if you're not conscious, you will look at your 3D and then you'll see, oh, it's not working. Then you will start going in this loop and think it's not working, right? Because you see it's not working. But actually, it's just delayed, because your 3D is kind of delayed, okay? Because that was just your old self, your old identity being manifested. But you have to deny that and not take that as truth, okay? You want to be the director and you want to deny and choose what you want. So you'll be like, nope, that's not my reality anymore, okay? And you want to be like, it's this now, all right? And something to help you can say, this is from Dr. Joseph Murphy's book, so The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Through the power of your subconscious mind, or through the power of my subconscious mind, anything and everything is possible, okay? So I love saying that. So just like God or something, whatever you like, okay? I feel like God is your subconscious mind, the universe, and whatever. So I use that interchangeably, but whatever you like. So yeah. Yeah, through the power of my subconscious mind, anything and everything is possible. There's nothing to worry about, because I'm the one in control. I get to choose and decide what I want in my life, what I want to happen. I'm the one in control. I'm the one in power, not my subconscious mind. My subconscious mind will accept whatever I continuously feed it, whatever I continuously water it, okay? Your subconscious mind is literally like the soil, and your thoughts are seeds. So no matter how negative or how positive your thought is, if you continue to water it through repetition, so watering is like repetition, okay, then it will grow whatever seed. So you really want to be careful what seed you're growing every day, all right? And emotions, okay, emotions are highly powerful, all right? Emotions are the language of your subconscious mind. Emotions and imagination, because your subconscious mind can't differentiate between what's real or what's fake. That's why athletes like to visualize themselves like throwing the ball in the hoop and making sure they could actually get it in the hoop, right? They do this over and over again, like even with many other scenarios, okay, in sports where people visualize over and over again to be victorious. And they do that because your subconscious mind can't differentiate between what's real or what's fake. And it will think that it's happening right now. And if you are able to tell or show your subconscious mind that it's happening right now, it's going to believe that you are this person or you have this thing. And then with more repetition, okay, you're going to evoke that emotion and it will start manifesting in your 3D. Okay. And also, like, you don't need emotions to manifest. You can use the watering analogy, like with repetition, but emotions are highly powerful to like do a speed grow. Okay, so you know those fertilizer, like a speed grow. It's like a speed grow on your manifestations. Okay, it's like the speed grow soil. I don't know if you guys play like Stardew Valley or something. You know, the speed grow is literally like your emotions. Okay, and your doubts and fears are literally weeds. Okay, so get rid of those weeds. You know, like from now on, you want to be the main character of your reality. You want to remember that you are the one in control. You are the main character. You are the operant power. You want to accept that as true. Like when you're manifesting, you can't have 1 feet in the old reality and 1 feet in the new reality. You must make this conscious choice from every moment now to decide that you are the main character, that you are the one in control, that you are the god of your reality, and what you choose to feed your subconscious mind over and over again will be expressed to the three-dimensional world. All right, now I sound like Dr. Joe Dispenza. I've been doing his meditations and he's be like, all right, come back to the world of dimensions or something like that. And I was like, damn, it sounds so cinematic. Like, it sounds so grand. It was crazy. But yeah, I was just like laughing, like, okay, am I too much information? Definitely not for the law of assumption or the manifestation 101. That's quantum physics, okay? But yeah, not that code, just that, like his teachings. It's the same thing, it's just more depth and slightly confusing for beginners. Especially beginners, you guys are still new and you probably are trying to fix something, right? And you probably just came to this knowledge to try to like fix yourself or fix something or get something, and you are probably in fight or flight, okay, and a lack mindset. And sometimes to actually understand this knowledge, you need time to really digest it, apply it, and embody it. And you can't be consuming a lot of content, because if you are, then you're not embodying it, you're not testing it for yourself, you're not applying it. And especially if you're coming in from flight or fight, it's very hard for you to take the information in because you just want answers instead of really understanding how this works, because this is the real truth of how your reality works. Okay, literally just this one video alone that you're watching right now, my video, this video that I'm making right now, my video. Okay, but this video alone literally can change your freaking life. Like, this is all you need to know. Like, just repeating and controlling your thoughts, all right, and directing them to what you truly want is all that you need, literally all that you need to manifest. And like, obviously you don't have to do the repetition, like I said. You just have to, you could just affirm it once and done. But that's only if you are very seasoned, or like you believe it so strong that you don't have to like rewire your whole brain. Like, some of us have to, so it's fine. Like, I have to, some of us had been traumatized, some of us had been dissociating. That's my case, so like, it's fine to like show yourself a new way of thinking. And if you have to do it over and over again, why not? As long as you get what you want, as long as you are able to be this new version of you. And when you start now, there was this one quote where it says like, as you walk, the way shows, or something, like, as you keep walking, you keep seeing the direction, or the way opens up, or something like that. I don't know, I'm sorry. But as you keep walking, you keep understanding, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you get more better at it. Okay, that's it. Just don't keep consuming content and like not applying it, because then you'll be like, you will not get the way because you're going to be at square one. All right. So yeah, that's all for today's video. To summarize, you really want to be conscious of what you're thinking throughout your day, and you want to be addressing the root cause, which is your self-concept or your self-identity. So if you get to the root cause of why you keep thinking these thoughts and you tackle the root cause, okay, I feel like I'm not enough. I feel like I'm not loved. I feel like money won't come. And then you'd flip it and change it to an identity of someone who's like, okay, I have money. I am successful. I am loved. I am chosen. Your thoughts will then be a direct reflection of that new identity, right? Okay, so that's all you have to do, boo boo. Okay, that's all you have to do. Just do that. And yes, easy as that might sound, the application isn't very easy when you're battling with your ego, because your ego is going to come in and be like, who do you think you are to, to talk like that, to speak like that? You're saying you're the god of your reality? Oh my god, that is like literally so obnoxious. How dare you? You're the god of your reality? Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You tell them to shut the fuck up. You tell your ego to shut the fuck up. She's like, shut up. Your ego just wants to keep you safe, okay? But your ego doesn't know shit, all right? Only you do. You are also not your thoughts or your emotions or your beliefs. You are, I am. You are, I am. You are not you're not your thoughts, you're not your beliefs. Like the only reference that I can really give you is like you're the sky and your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions are the clouds. Your ego is the clouds. They do not determine who you truly are, what you get. Well, technically they do in a way in the 3D world because, they are like direct reflections of your self-concept. But technically that's all bullshit in the spiritual realm. Like you're just we're all one. We're just I am. So yeah. Anyways, that might be too deep for you guys now. But yeah, that's all. Be aware of your conscious thoughts throughout the day. Never finish a negative statement. Always reverse it, and it will do wonders in your life. And say through the power of my subconscious mind, all things are possible. If you just remember the concept that your conscious mind, the thinking mind, you are in control. You accept that you're the director, you're the operator, you are the captain of your ship, you're the main character, you are the one doing the choosing. Your subconscious mind will just impress anything that you emotionally feel strongly towards, keep believing and persisting in, habitually thinking or imagining often. It will go to your subconscious mind and it will be expressed in your 3D realm. So how do you know if you're manifesting right? It's when you shift internally. It's when you keep thinking from that version of you who has what they want. And like neuro knowledge says, I might butcher this because I kind of forget sometimes, but he says like manifestation is shifting internally to a degree where you're no longer dependent on external validation. Okay, sorry about that. My I think my camera died or splitted halfway because I was talking too long. I was filming for too long, I mean. But again, as neuro knowledge says, manifestation is shifting internally to a degree where you're no longer dependent on the external reality. Something along that lines, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like that. I have his book like right here. At the back. Okay. Yeah. I could pull it up and tell you, but you get it. Okay. So basically, when you shift internally where you no longer need the external to validate you, that's manifestation because you already have it from the inside and then it will be expressed to the outside. You don't need something outside to tell you what you get and what you want. You're no longer dependent on that because if you're dependent on what outside tells you what determines, that means your conscious mind is then allowing the outside to control and become the boss. Like your outside reality becomes the boss instead of you are the boss and you do not let anything outside of you control what you think in here, right? Okay. Yeah. So that's all. Let's wrap it up. It's gonna be like 5:55 a.m. in my time. Like literally, my clock is like 5:52 a.m. But it's gonna be 5:05 a.m. I know it's gonna like change that. But anyways, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you like one-on-one coaching from me, you can hit my description down below, and I also offer tarot readings and some printables on Etsy. And if that's something you're interested in, then feel free to get some, bitch. Okay, I would love to help you. But yeah, with that being said, happy manifesting. And if you would like any more guidance, feel free to ask in the comment section. Like whatever you want to ask away, because I love to help you get through your day. Bye.